free on YouTube.
Doctor, doctor, I'm screaming, doctor, doctor.
6:20 on a Wednesday morning, and that means time for our weekly office visit with Dr. Stan Anderson. Good morning, Dr. Stan.
Hey, Pam, great to talk to you.
So today we're going to have quite the serious subject, and I think it's a very important subject as well. But I was kind of shocked when I saw that the United States has the highest drug overdose deaths of all countries.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate. So this was a study that was done. It was the Commonwealth Fund. They looked at 30 countries specifically, but then also they generalized to all countries in the world. And what they found was that the United States has the highest rate of drug overdose deaths of every country. And now, when you look at overdoses and when you look at deaths, they had started to go up until 2018, and then it started to go down, and then it started to go up again. So part of the whole overdose issue is something that is associated with different times. COVID certainly has increased the whole overdose issue, the whole addiction thing, but it does bring out this whole issue that for the most part, we are a country that is easily addicted to something. Now, drugs, when we say drugs and overdose deaths from drugs, we're not specifically saying that it's only one drug. The first one that comes to mind, obviously, is fentanyl, but there are many other street drugs, and you can take a prescription drug and overdose. So if you're suicidal and you take all of the drugs that you've been given by your healthcare provider, there's a possibility that it could kill you. So, yes, overdose from either intentional, unintentional addiction is at the highest rate now that we've seen. So it is clearly something that our society needs to address. We certainly need to be a lot more aggressive with being aware of it. And so the importance that I thought that anybody that's listening now, if you know of somebody that is having a problem, there are things that you can do. There are people that they can help with. They should start with a healthcare provider, their primary care provider. That's where people should start. Or they can go to the hotlines that are available. The biggest thing is you want to get some assistance. You want to get some help, and help is available. And
do you happen to notice, or others notice, that maybe, they're saying, I don't have a problem. It's coming and admitting it that is really tough.
So certainly it's more than 3 times as common in men as in women to say that you don't have a problem. Part of it is that whole male machismo thing where you're supposed to suck it up and you're supposed to keep going no matter what. Part of that is societal. Part of it is probably written in our DNA and in our genes also. But yes, very common. It's hard to get people to see that they really have a problem or that the problem is as bad as they think it is. And women are a little bit better at that than men in searching for help and getting assistance earlier. Certainly when it comes to numbers of how many visits at a primary care office are from men and how many are from women, it's about 40 to 60%. So 40% of the visits are male and 60% are female. Part of it is women are more likely to ask for help sooner or look for answers sooner.
Where does alcohol fit into all of this?
Yeah, and so alcohol is the Me Too drug. It's the one that is almost always associated, not everyone, obviously, but it is either a gateway or it's something that is used in addition. Part of it is what does alcohol do? It kind of numbs you up. It kind of basically makes you not think about the problems you're dealing with. So in the past, the recommendation has been try to limit your alcohol use to men to 2 drinks a day, so 14 a week, and to women, 1 drink a day, 7 drinks a week. Well, the Surgeon General just came out with a new guideline recommendation, which is alcohol intake is more dangerous. So the newer recommendations have basically kind of geared around this whole, what is a safe amount of alcohol to drink? And that's where you're going to get a lot of different controversial, different types of responses. For some people, it's 1 drink a week. Other researchers say up to 7 drinks a week, and that's both male and female. So from a pragmatic point of view, the critical thing is if you are drinking and feeling a buzz from the drinking, then it's probably too much. Recommendation would be try to limit, try to tone it down. Look to see why you're drinking. Look to see if you can cut back. Certainly alcohol and almost every alcoholic beverage is more expensive than water. So if you're simply trying to stay well hydrated, the best is water, not beer, not wine, not mixed drinks. So that's one thing. Try to limit to no more than 1 drink a day or the 7 drinks at the most per week. That'd be one recommendation. The second thing is a lot of us end up having an addiction center in our brain that basically says if a little's good, well, a lot is better, and I want more because of the way which makes me feel. So part of it is looking to see how you can change your behavior. Alcoholics Anonymous is a wonderful, they have a 12-step program. It is wonderful. I would certainly recommend anybody that even thinks that they're drinking too much should consider going to AA. It is an amazing group. They have good outcomes, and they really support each other. That's the biggest thing. We want to support each other. We want to, instead of tearing down the people in our lives that are making choices that are not good, instead of simply being critical or sarcastic or angry, the best thing is help them. And you don't find people don't want help if they feel like you're angry with them. They normally aren't going to go for help if all they feel is the badness that comes from your attitude. So it has to be, we have to approach our friends, our family, our loved ones with care. We have to approach them with, all right, how can we help you? Can you see that it's a problem? Because unless that person chooses to make a choice, they will never get better. So it has to be, they have to be the one that does the hard work that's associated with saying no to the things that they might be addicted to.
And the key to it all is just reaching out. Don't be afraid to reach out if you feel the need.
Yeah. A large part of it is number one, recognition. Number two, you have to have that inner compulsion. I need to make a change. And then the final issue is the help, the support. Quitting drinking, quitting smoking, quitting drugs, quitting whatever it is that you might have a reaction to, that is so difficult. And the issue is people are going to have setbacks. And the critical thing when it comes to setbacks is, all right, if at first you don't succeed, then try again. So, yes, many people say it took me dozens of times before I finally had control. And that's the key.
All right. Lots of great stuff, Dr. Stan. You have a good week, and we'll talk to you next Wednesday.
All right. I look forward to it. Stay warm.
Canton's Morning News with Pam